following show is for entertainment purposes only and does not necessarily reflect the opinions of Empire Media LLC, its subsidiaries, affiliates, sponsors, and advertisers.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Majors Live, episode 280 here on TMSNX Radio, themajors.net. I'm Adam Hernandez. There's Dorf in front of me, chewing on the pen, and Shawn in his gross beard.
Hey. My beard's awesome.
No,
it's like
not.
Duck Dynasty bad, man.
No, it's not. It's not even close to that.
How long do you have?
pretty
How long do you plan to keep it going?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. My cousins want me to keep trying to do it till August with our family reunion because my cousins have. Oh. And I told them, like, there's no ways. Once baseball season comes around, this is going to get shaved off.
Can we shave it on air?
I don't care. I'm cool. But you have to trim it, not shave it all the way down. You can trim it. I'm not shaving it off.
I think we should remove it with hot wax.
Oh no! Can we give you a Fu Manchu?
Actually, yeah, I would let you guys actually do a Fu Manchu on me. The time when I decide to do it, I'll let you guys
do handlebars.
No, I'll let you do it. But
wait, you're talking about like the ones that go like that?
That's handlebar. My hair doesn't grow. I can't grow
I
like that.
I
can't do that.
That's true.
You can do handlebars. I'll let you guys do a handlebar on me.
No, I want to do a Fu Manchu. I think.
Or Fu Manchu. That's what I meant. Fu Manchu.
I think I'll look badass with the Fu Manchu.
All right. I know what, when I decide to shave it off, I'll let you guys do a Fu Manchu.
I think I might do a Fu Manchu tomorrow.
I want to see this if
You
you
get
do.
enough going for that?
You got to let yours grow out, and we're both do no. If you
it's
let yours grow out, and then when yours gets to the point when we're gonna shave it, we're both do Fu Manchus.
I don't want it to grow out.
I kept mine. I had cut trimmed like a half inch off mine this morning.
I need to actually shave too.
Ew, gross.
Anyways, welcome everybody. The Majors Live, like I said.
Yeah, now that we've lost everybody who tuned in live.
Yeah, sorry. Talking about Shawn's face
beard.
Man, these are some big ass pubes. That's all I gotta say.
Let's see. Tonight we're gonna do.
He's got more hair in his beard than he does on his head.
We're going to be doing a little recapping of the divisional round this past weekend in the NFL, which was thankfully more exciting than what the wild card round gave us previous weekend. We've got what else do we have? We got our fan question 2 this week, which is what is more likely to work, an NFL team in Las Vegas or 2 NFL teams in Los Angeles? We've got that fan question up right now on our Twitter page at TMSNX Radio, so go and give that a vote. We've got some good feedback on that one.
How many votes we got in so far?
Let's see, 19.
Oh, not bad.
So
for puny little humans like us.
Yep. So we'll get to that in just a little bit. But I do want to start off with the NBA, and namely comments that were made by LeBron James. When was this? I think this was last night or earlier today. Basically, this comes from Yahoo Sports, and it says, LeBron James just came out and was blunt, and he doesn't think that the Warriors are his rivals. In fact, he doesn't name anybody his rival, and he goes on to say here, I don't think we have a rival in our game today, James told reporters after. Okay, so it was after Sunday's Bay Area practice, according to ESPN.com. Dave McMiniman or something like that. I don't know. I'm not good with last names. We've had 2 great finals appearances in the last 2 years, but I had the same with San Antonio when I was in Miami. We weren't rivals, and I think I played those guys more, so I wouldn't look at it as rivals. Now, when you look at rivalries in sports, what makes a rival, what makes a rivalry is guys hating each other, legitimately hating each other. Because I think LeBron James is right in the sense that no, the Warriors aren't his rivals. What kind of works against it too are both teams being in different conferences.
Mm-hmm. So, they're on opposite sides of the country,
Yes,
3 time zones apart.
Exactly.
And they play what? Is it 4 times a year?
4 times a year, something like that. But again, that plays against it a little bit. Second, the NBA product still isn't that good.
No.
We talked about it. We talked about it a little bit on Motor City Uncut over on DetroitMajors.net about just defenses in the NBA just not being generally good altogether, which I think makes for a not great product on the court, and it's been like that for a while now.
Oh, speaking of which, Cleveland and Golden State are playing right now.
Yes, but.
Sorry.
I think that this is a generalized problem within the NBA, and it has something to do not just with the NBA itself, but LeBron James. And this has been
They play twice a year.
Okay, and this has been a problem, like I said, with the NBA for quite a while now. Players in this league, players in the NBA are too friendly with each other. You see these guys wanting to play with each other. You see them wanting to start these super teams with each other, even in the sense of Carmelo Anthony. We're seeing some fallout right now in New York with the Knicks about possibly dealing Carmelo Anthony at some point this season. Where does Carmelo Anthony want to go?
Cleveland.
He wants to go to Cleveland, or he wants to go to LA to play with the Clippers. Those are the two teams that he wants to go to. So he either wants to go and play with LeBron James and Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, or he wants to go across the country to play with Blake Griffin and CP3 and DeAndre Jordan. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't want to stick it out in New York or go someplace else, whether it be Chicago.
He's got arguably one of the better young, exciting players in Kristaps Porzingis playing right next to him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to go and play it at one of these established super teams. Again, he doesn't want to go to Chicago. Mm-mm. He doesn't want to go to Miami. He doesn't want to go to one of these lower market teams.
He wants to go to. He wants that ring.
Milwaukee.
He wants that ring because he knows his time is coming.
His time.
You know what actually might be a match made in heaven? Just swap him straight up for Jabari Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Carmelo's never going to prove a trade to Milwaukee.
But again, though, you see that, and again, that's part of the problem, though, in the NBA. That's what's wrong with this product. Is again, and you look back during the '80s and the '90s when you had guys who hated each other. Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas,
Bill Laimbeer,
Larry Bird. Those guys couldn't fucking stand each other.
They hated each other. It was like blood on that court.
And in fact, I still think those guys hate each other.
They probably do.
They still hate each other. Yet these guys today want to go and play with each other.
Let's go be friends. Let's go and you even see it with Dwayne Wade and LeBron James going on vacation together.
Basketball nowadays compared to back in say the early '90s, the late '80s or whatever. It's a whole new game. It's a whole new game.
You're absolutely right. It is a different game, and they go on to talk about Kobe Bryant as well, and whether or not there was a stark.
He was the last one
rivalry.
who got it right.
Yeah,
there was yes, absolutely. Kobe Bryant, as much as I hate the guy, he was a guy that he was kind of an old school type of player that didn't want to make friends on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he was a genuine asshole. That's what Kobe Bryant was. He was an old school player.
I came here to play basketball and win.
He was a genuine asshole. That's why. Hold on, Dorf. One
thing.
Ahead. That's why it didn't work with what's his face?
Shaq?
No.
Meta World Peace?
No. Howard.
Oh, Dwight Howard?
Dwight Howard. That's why it didn't work with him, because Dwight Howard is that new breed of NBA player. Mm-hmm. He just wants to go out there and have a good time. Mm-hmm. That wasn't working on that Lakers team because you had Steve Nash and you had Paul Gasol and you had Kobe Bryant.
You had three guys right there from the '90s that grew up in that stuff that came to play.
Not Paul Gasol, but you had a guy. Paul Gasol, on the other hand, was mentally spent by Kobe Bryant. Mm-hmm. You had him, you had Steve Nash, who wanted one more ring, and you had Kobe Bryant, who wanted one more ring, and you had Dwight Howard out there
just here to
a
have
bumbling
a good time.
fool.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it didn't work. It did not work. And I'm sorry, Dorf, I cut you off. Go ahead.
And you know what? In the same time, how many rings could Kobe have had if he hadn't pissed off Shaq so much that Shaq wanted to leave?
Or Phil Jackson.
Or Phil Jackson, for that matter. How many more rings could they had if those two could have coexisted?
They could be double fisting that, showing up Michael Jordan for sure.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know what? But on that same token, I'm not saying that
Kobe wasn't here to be your friend.
No, Kobe was there to play basketball and win basketball games. That's what Kobe Bryant was there to do. He was there to earn a paycheck, play basketball, and win basketball games. That's all Kobe Bryant wanted to do, and rape girls in Colorado. So, sorry about that. But again, you go down the line here. I'm gonna finish looking at this article here, this Yahoo article, and they go on to say James isn't covering new ground here. Unquestionably, the best player of his generation, which he is. There's no question about it. LeBron James is the best player in the NBA. It's not Steph Curry. It's not Kevin Durant. It's none of those guys. It is LeBron James. He never considered Kobe Bryant a rival, and neither did Kobe for that matter, because their primes didn't overlap and they never met in the finals. Back in 2013, James said, "I don't really have an individual rivalry, but if I had to name one, it would have been Paul Pierce and the Boston Celtics, since they met in the playoffs 4 times in 5 years." Then James faced the San Antonio Spurs in the finals for a second and third time in his career in 2013 and 2014. Even still, that didn't constitute a rivalry to him. And I would agree. I didn't see any of those teams as his rival. Again, you're talking about Tim Duncan and a bunch of guys which were the perfect team. San Antonio is an exception to today's NBA rule.
Yeah.
And they still are to that essentially.
Yes, I chalk that up to a damn good front office. Greg Popovich being the best head coach in basketball. And
Call him, Phil Jackson the Zen Master. I think.
No, Greg Popovich.
Greg Popovich is the Zen Master.
Greg Popovich can coach circles around Phil Jackson.
Absolutely.
You could have said the same thing, even though he was a fucking nutbag. You could say the same thing about Larry Brown too. Larry Brown was a far better head coach than Phil Jackson is. Phil Jackson, good in-game manager. Not a good head coach.
Shitty personnel person too.
Yeah.
God, he's an awful
executive.
Yes,
he is. I'm so glad he didn't come to the Pistons. But I think that's the problem with the NBA. And you're looking at it, too, from the standpoint of ratings. And I think it's showing a little bit. Yes, ratings in the 2015-16 season have been up. On ABC, they went to 3.93 million. On TNT, 1.68. ESPN 1.65, then NBA TV 0.35. That was up over the 3.59 on ABC in 2014-2015, the 1.67, 1.5, and then 0.29 on NBA TV in 2014-2015. But during the lockout season, just before the lockout, and then right after the lockout, you're looking at ratings on ABC in the 4s. The high 4s, and in some cases the 5s. On TNT, you're looking at them meet 2 and surpassing 2. On ESPN, they're getting close to 2 million. And then an NBA TV, which is, again, for the NBA blowhards, they're looking at around the same number. I don't expect the NBA TV numbers to change too much, just because that's not
included in
fan.
anything but a very high-end TV package.
Again, and plus that is,
and they don't put a lot on there either.
They don't put a lot on there, and again, that is for not the casual fan. That is for the hardcore NBA fan. So what does that tell me? Does that tell me that the NBA product is maybe rubbing off a little sour, a little stale, like we were talking about on Motor City Uncut? That maybe the NBA in today's model, in today's formula, is starting to wear thin with some.
You have less good matchups.
Yeah, you have less good matchups. But what the NBA still has going for it, with these super teams, they're gonna make for good finals performances. That's the benefit that's gonna come out of this right now. I think I'm letting off my Siri right now. I think that's what that is.
How the fuck are you doing that?
I don't know, because I'm
It's like 5 feet away.
I know.
Oh, like 8 feet away.
I was just like, who is talking
Superior Apple
behind
products,
me?
man. What do I?
Shitty Apple products, yeah.
No,
I know.
Superior Apple product.
Shitty.
Superior. But go ahead.
And you have less, but ultimately what the NBA cares about is dollars and cents. Where they make all their money, all their advertising money, the majority of it is made in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, for sure. The playoffs.
This is regular season ratings. Playoff ratings are up.
It comes from the teams that like Cleveland, Golden State, the Thunder, or whatever. San Antonio when they were like a most dominant team in basketball last year, year before. But that's where all the profit comes from those teams. And then when they win, they bring, they sell seats. So and then playoffs comes around.
And are fans as a whole getting sick of the same teams on the top? I would argue yes.
Because it's been like that for how long
I would
now?
argue so. Like, are you sick of only seeing? I mean, the Thunder haven't really missed a beat with it just being the Russell Westbrook show. Are you sick of only seeing the Thunder, the Warriors, the Cavs, and the Spurs on top of the league? Are you sick of only seeing them?
To be honest, it's kind of getting boring.
Does the NBA? Does Donald Trump need to wave his, use his pen and his phone to make the NBA great again by making the Lakers and Knicks good? Make the Knicks great again. Make the Lakers great
how
again.
You're saying, basketball is getting to be a little bit sour because they're so far in the shadows now compared to football, hockey and baseball now. They're so far behind everybody.
Well,
and it's just like nobody's really, you could tell the difference between basketball, what we just said, back, early 2000s before that compared to now, and like basketball just doesn't seem like it's basketball anymore,
Well, the college game is far better than
college basketball for sure. I'm talking about NBA. I mean
NBA.
College,
I was getting to that. College basketball is much more exciting than the NBA part.
Yeah, because they make it more exciting because obviously
I would argue except during the NBA finals.
Except during the NBA finals. But if you compare the two postseason,
March Madness.
March Madness may be the best postseason.
You find yourself cheering for a school you only found out existed 5 minutes ago.
To me, what makes like college basketball so much more exciting throughout the regular season because you could be ranked number one day and you could have ranked 19th, 20th team, whatever, beating the number one team. It's like there's not one team that's just so dominant for the same over and over and over. These kids come and go every 4 years, so it's always going to be different.
And that's what's been great about college for a few years now, is there hasn't been one team out there that has just been totally dominant.
Kentucky begs to differ.
Well, okay.
John Calipari says, "Bitch, please."
But but what I'm saying is you but still though you didn't have it last year, still don't have it this year.
Correct.
You don't have that same Kentucky team that you've been used to. You don't have that same Duke team that you've been used to.
Duke just can't stay healthy, for the love of Christ.
You can't stay healthy, and Grayson Allen.
He can't stop tripping people.
He
Bitches be tripping.
But I don't know. Like I said, I think this has been a problem with the NBA for a while now, and now you have one of your biggest stars coming out and saying that.
I don't really feel like I have any rivals.
Yeah, there's no rivalries.
And it's not like I don't have any rivals because no one is as good as me because I am the king. It's no one is my rivals because basketball is boring. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Basketball in its current NBA form, yes. It's a boring game. I'm not saying basketball in and of itself is boring.
No, the game has gotten boring.
Saying the NBA product isn't up to par anymore.
It's not,
And it's because the players have way too much power. This is what happens when you have a league that is too much driven on its players. You have two ends of the spectrum right now. You have hockey, you have basketball, where it's league driven, and then where it's player driven. And you get what happens because when it's league driven, you cannot market anybody.
Exactly.
When it's player driven,
that's all you can do is
that's
market
all you
people.
can do is market the players. And all of a sudden, you want to have those players in your biggest markets. And if they're not in your biggest markets, then it's not you're not making as much.
Yeah, you're
money
not even making nearly
as you
close.
possibly could. And it sucks. It's going to end up sucking even more unless they change their formula.
Yes.
Anything else, you guys?
Which, from a dollars and cents perspective, there's no reason to change it.
Well, if the ratings,
at the current time,
no, you're right. If ratings start going down, that's what I'm kind of hoping with football too.
You hope the ratings tank.
I hope the ratings continue to tank, so they will get rid
of him.
Roger Goodell.
Raj.
It sucks, but I unfortunately I'm gonna have to depend on somebody else to stop watching because I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, there's no way you're gonna stop watching football.
Well, we do this shit too, so I wouldn't feel responsible to stop watching it. and come on here and then, attempt to talk it. I mean, I already don't know what I'm talking about to begin with, so it would suck even more if I tried to get it and fake it. So I'm kidding, kind of.
Are you?
Anyways, do you guys anything else you guys want to add?
Nope.
All right. Getting to our bitches and badasses. Badass Dorf, go ahead.
My badass this week is going to be Dion Lewis, running back, kick return man, extraordinaire from the New England Patriots. Receiving touchdown, rushing touchdown, kick return touchdown this week in the Patriots playoff victory over the Houston Texans. So, playoff record, by the way. Most, first guy ever to have the triple dip there.
Good call, man.
I'm going to go with James Harrison, linebacker for Pittsburgh Steelers. Dude's 38, and he's just running around like he's 25 years old.
Making Eric Fisher look like a bitch.
This last game, he had 5 total solo tackles, 6 total tackles. He had 1 sack, and then he had 3 tackles for a loss. And he just looks like a beast, man. I hope when I hit 38, I could even do a third of what he can do. It's just ridiculous. The dude is...
His workout videos are the best.
Oh, I know. They're insane. But I'm going to go with James Harrison. That dude's just a beast.
I'm going with Aaron Rodgers.
You can't blame you.
I mean, watch the game from last night, and that's all you need to know. Watch his final
16 seconds.
Yeah, watch his final offensive possession, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah, it just... The dude just... He can simply just amaze you every single day when he gets on the field. It's just ridiculous.
Second best quarterback in the league?
Behind who?
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'd say they're pretty much even, and then you have Matt Ryan right behind him.
No.
Jesus Christ is ahead of him still in my book, despite the not making the playoffs for several years.
Go watch the latest edition of Blitzcast, and you'll find out why.
Shameless plug.
On youtube.com/TMSNX. So, no, I don't think Matt Ryan's elite.
He's had a great season.
So
Still not enough to put him ahead of Breeze's crazy.
So you're basically saying that, like Julio Jones, Roddy White, Tony Gonzalez all basically created him while he was there?
Yeah.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
Pretty much?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
I think in some fashion, too, you've got to win a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
True story.
And he hasn't done it.
This year might be the year. Who knows?
Might be.
I would kind of like to see him win it, but it sucks because I've always been a big Tony Gonzalez fan, and I wish they could have won it. Like Kansas City or Atlanta won it with him, but it just...
Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, I've always liked him.
Anyways, but yeah, I think Matt Ryan wins the Super Bowl this year. Maybe we can talk about it.
Okay.
In the meantime...
Yeah,
time for the bitch.
That is the smoothest cut I've ever heard.
Go ahead, Dorf.
My bitch this week is going to be the Seattle Seahawks. Reason number one, Michael Bennett. Quit being a punk. People don't cheat. You don't need to be fighting people. Just shut up. And 2, they also cheating again after this past offseason getting caught for practicing too much against the NFL rules. They disclosed today that apparently for like the last 6-8 weeks, Richard Sherman was playing with an injury, and that was nowhere to be found in any sort of injury report, which is also very against the rules. So, but, nothing to see here move along because it's not the Patriots. It hasn't been assigned a gate nickname yet. What are we going to call it? Injury gate, Seahawk gate, Sherman gate. I don't know. Get anything clever and witty? Because I don't.
No.
All right. Then I'm good. Sorry. I should have come up with something better.
Go ahead, Shawn.
I'm going to stick it with baseball, and Manny Ramirez, just stay retired. Quit trying to come back. Now you're playing in Japan.
Japanese, independently.
Yeah, it's the Kochi Fighting Dogs. Yes.
It's not like it's like the Japanese major leagues
exactly.
or like the KBO or something in Korea.
It's like, dude.
It's independent ball in
Japan.
Japan.
You can't even... you're 44 years old. What are you going to play? You're not going to play anything on the field. You can DH maybe. One swing, your hips can probably go. It's like...
Who cares, though? Let's keep playing baseball.
I don't care.
Someone is willing to pay you to play baseball when
Yeah.
you're 44
Are you-
years old.
But
Who cares?
They're paying them probably like $50 a
Who
game.
cares? He
Ooh,
wants,
so what?
Yeah, he wants to play baseball.
He probably just wants it to reset the Hall of Fame clock, so who cares?
Yeah.
In Japan, independent league.
I'm sorry, I
I
can't.
don't know. Does that count?
No.
I can't bitch a guy for just wanting to keep playing. And as long as people are willing
Someone
to,
is willing to pay you to
if
do it.
somebody's willing to keep on paying you to do it, and you're still willing to play, hey man, good for you.
Good for you.
I'd be pissed if the
A lot
Tigers
of,
went out and signed
there are
him, but-
a lot of people in this world that are told at 24, 25 years old that, hey, son, you're not good enough.
And you know what?
Go get a real job.
You know what,
And
too?
he's still being told at 45, yeah, come on down.
You know what, too? You are stupid if you are this Japanese independent team and you pass on being able to get Manny Ramirez to come and play for
Just
you.
from the publicity stunt
Oh,
perspective.
absolutely. You know how much money this team is probably going to be making from having Manny Ramirez?
Go see Manny Ramirez.
Yes. That's gonna be a huge win for them.
You know, I should have probably went with the Canadian Olympic team or whatever. I totally forgot about that. 'Cause
Canadian World Baseball
They brought
Classic
in
team?
Eric
Do
Gagne.
you want to change it?
Yeah, actually, yes, I do.
Okay,
I'm
I'll
gonna
let
go
you
with
change
Ryan Dempster and Eric Gagne?
Yeah,
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna change mine to the Canadian Olympic team.
It's not the Olympic team. It's the World Baseball Classic
Baseball
team.
Classic, I mean. Because they brought in Eric Gagne and Ryan Dempster.
Eric Gagne, who hasn't pitched in organized baseball since 2008.
And he blew his arm out. He's probably throwing like 75 miles an hour.
Yeah, and Ryan Dempster, who was like bad in 2013, is back.
I cannot wait for this to be on TV. I'm gonna watch. I cannot wait to watch the Canadian team. And then like Russell Martin's on there.
He's playing shortstop.
Yeah, Russell Martin is playing shortstop.
There wasn't a better Canadian guy. So I'm assuming Justin Morneau is.
This.
Wait, is Justin Morneau even gonna bother playing on this team?
He'd be their best player.
I mean, I'd have to figure to be like.
The funny thing is, like watching that Canadian team is gonna be like watching that celebrity softball game before the home run derby.
Oh my God. is Cabrera playing for Venezuela?
I don't think he is. I don't know.
Oh my God, I'd love to see Cabrera go up against Eric Gagne.
Oh my gosh, that would be bad. That would be a home run derby for him.
Holy shit.
He would hit the ball like over 550 feet, no problem.
Damn.
Uh,
Yeah, but I don't know. There's nobody that could play for Canada. They don't have anybody else besides.
I'd go find a college kid.
Yeah, can't they scrap some guys up from the
I'm
college?
scrambling to try and figure out who else is going to be on this team.
Like, I would go find a college team. I'd go to your top college school in Canada. I'd be like, walk up to their shortstop. You're playing in the World Classic. Get over here.
But I'm from Venezuela.
I'd be like, you're in Canada now.
Oh my God. All right, well, we'll flush that down. And with me, I'm gonna go with the NFL by simple fact they're gonna be putting two teams again in LA.
Do you think possibly there could be three teams if Oakland decides to move there?
No, Oakland's
You-
going to Vegas.
You think they are going to go to Vegas?
They already
Filed
said that.
Oh, they
paperwork.
did?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know. I haven't heard that.
Yeah,
so.
no, they
Oh
wouldn't.
my God. So I found the confirmed roster so far. It's only 8 deep. John Axford. All right. Yeah. Left-handed soft tossing specialist Scott Diamond. Remember him from Twins
Oh,
fame in
geez.
2013-14. Adam Lowen, who's
Yeah.
made it to the major leagues as a pitcher, then as an outfielder,
Yeah, I was like, he
and is
played
now
like-
going to pitch again.
Didn't he play in the outfield for the Mets or something like that?
I believe it was the Orioles.
Was it the Orioles?
Yeah. He's going to try and pitch again. And right-handed pitcher Nick Pivetta. Never heard of him. Shortstop Russell Martin. He catches, by the way. Justin Morneau.
Oh, yeah.
Infielder Pete Orr. Heard of him. Couldn't tell
Wow.
you where he plays.
Pete Orr.
And Michael Saunders, who, by the way, got a contract today with the Phillies.
He got paid today.
So they're set in one position in the
So
outfield.
other people who were eligible for Canada. Freddie Freeman.
Okay.
Brett Lawrie.
Okay.
Probably doesn't want to risk it against the healthy. And rising young pitchers James Paxton and Jamison Tyon are also Canadian.
Kids, stay away.
I'm
Kids, stay
surprised
away.
Justin Morneau is gonna play for this team.
Yeah, he's.
I figured he'd be like, fuck this.
Yeah, I think he'd be smart enough, but I think he's.
Pivetta spent.
I think Morneau's trying to make a scene so he could be on a roster sometime again. He's trying to make a team by playing in the Classic.
Pivetta Spent last year between AA and AAA for the Phillies. Had a 12-8 record with 3.27 ERA in the minors. Tyon, who's one former top prospect whose stars faded a little bit. Yep. Still couldn't tell you who Pete Orr is.
You don't know who Pete Orr is? He played utility player. I think he played for the Yankees.
Utility player who last appeared in the major leagues He's never played in the major leagues.
He was in I think he was in the Yankees organization, and then I want to see the Phillies.
According to this, he spent what I found on him here. Last played organized baseball in 2015, where he spent the entire year with AAA Colorado Springs. Also spent time in AAA Nashville, 3 years at AAA Las Vegas, 2 years at AAA Syracuse, another year at AAA Colorado Springs, and 2 prior years to that at AAA Richmond.
So he was with the Phillies.
He actually did play in the big leagues briefly in 05 and 06.
But wasn't he in the Phillies organization?
He's 40 years old.
Yeah, I know.
He has 689 career major league batting appearances to his name, 3 home runs, 46 RBIs, 19 steals to go with a 257 batting average.
So
he was drafted in 1997 and was born in 1979. He will be 37 years old.
So I'm looking at some of the comments on our last show on the majors.
Oh yeah, our live stream. What does it say?
Yeah, one of them was, "Hi Shawn, looking good, Aunt Linda."
You. The background music is perfect.
Oh gosh.
Is she a
And
UP
Shawn
person?
has turned his red.
Is she what?
Is she a UP person?
No.
And Shawn is
She lives
as
here in
red as
Canton.
Adam's shirt.
What is she?
Oh gosh, hilarious.
Hi Shawn.
I know. I want to
Aunt
go.
Linda.
I'm totally going to look at that. That's priceless.
You know what? I have an Aunt Linda too. Actually, I have 2 Aunt Lindas. Do you have an Aunt Linda, Dorf? No Aunt Lindas? Anyways. Anyway, like I said though, my bitch this week is the NFL. Thinking that they could put 2 NFL teams in the city of LA after having it fail miserably back in the mid '90s. Again, I don't think anything's going to be changing this time around. So we will go ahead and flush that one down as well. There we go. Anyways, moving on. I'm
trying to find the 2013 Canadian WBC roster to see who was on it.
Okay. Well,
See who else they're pulling out of retirement.
did you find it yet?
Almost there.
All right. Well.
I did. I got it.
All right. Who do we have?
Andrew Elbers.
Yeah.
Felipe Almont. Axford. Jesse Crane. Mark Hardy. No idea who that is. Sean Hill. Jay Johnson. Chris LaRue. Tristan Magnuson. Scott Matheson. Dustin Mulkinen. Jameson Tyon. Chris Robinson. John Schwarmy. Sure. Taylor Green. Cale Lorge. Brett Lowry. Jonathan Mallow. Justin Morneau. Pete Orr. Jimmy Van Oorstrand. Joey Votto. Tyson Gillies. Adam Blowen. Michael Saunders. Renee Tassoni. And Tim Smith. That was in 2013.
That's okay.
I mean,
Can't they just get the Blue Jays to play?
Yeah.
Blue Jays, you're playing your spring training in the WBC. Get going.
Yeah, they can get Troy Tulowitzki to play out there. He's Canadian now.
I mean, you play for a Canadian team. Why
Yeah,
not?
exactly. Might as well get Joe Carter out
Brazil,
there.
Spain has a team.
Who does? Spain?
Yeah.
Is Brad Osmus coaching Team Israel or whatever?
I don't know.
Does Israel have a team?
I don't know. This year?
Yeah. Dorf will find that for us.
Not that I really care, because this show is taking a huge downturn. Start talking about
That's what happens when,
WBC.
we're previewing the WBC.
All right.
Let's just move on.
Who are we looking for? Israel? They do have a team. They do have a team.
We can skip going through their roster.
Why? I want to see it Dorf
No,
pronounce their names.
Do it when we're off the air. then.
Yeah.
I do want to get to the 4 and out. Big questions coming out of the divisional week of the NFL.
We've got a couple guys here. A couple guys that play.
Anyways, Adam, keep going on.
Yeah, I don't care about the WBC. Anyways,
Mike Davis plays for them.
who cares? Who cares? Is Brett Osweiler going to manage him?
No, manager's Jerry Weinstein.
It's probably a good thing. then.
Yeah.
I do what Jerry Weinstein is.
It's probably a good thing they're not getting Brett Osweiler to manage.
Born in 1943. He's pretty old.
Holy shit. Anyways. 4 and out. Big questions coming out of the divisional week of the NFL playoffs. 1. Was Seattle that bad or Atlanta that good after what happened Saturday?
Atlanta's that good. They're the real deal. Seattle was, had a pretty weak sauce division out west. You know what? And they ran into a rumbling, bumbling, stumbling Detroit Lions team in the first round. They are who we thought they were.
So Atlanta that good. Shawn?
I don't know. I'm gonna go Seattle that bad because they didn't look like themselves. They were awful. Their offense just looked horrible. Offensive line couldn't do anything. Their defense, obviously, like we talked in the segment before, just a little bit that how their defense.
Sherman.
Yeah, Richard Sherman was playing with an injury that nobody knew about, and aren't they? They're not playing with Earl Thomas, right?
Earl Thomas is out.
Yeah. So I'm like,
He may retire.
yeah. So that's a huge blow right there.
I don't believe that for a half second.
And
I don't believe it either.
anyways, I just think Seattle was that bad. They just didn't look like themselves. They just looked awful.
Okay.
They were just scrambling for everything.
Can the Patriots get away with another performance like they had on Saturday night against the Texans? Patriots did not look good almost all around. Brady didn't look that good. They had no running game, really. Nothing happened with the wide receivers. And, yeah, I mean, is that a performance they can get away with?
No, they can't, obviously. But the thing, too, is they were playing one of the better defenses in football right now. How good the Texans have been on defense without J.J. Watt. It's been pretty phenomenal. But like you said, too, Tom Brady looked like shit. The running game, there was no you have one of the best running backs in the game who had 18 touchdowns this season. He was one of the most dominant running backs in the game, and he's nothing. Garrett Blount was just nothing. So yeah, they have to be way better than that. There's no way that they're gonna let Pittsburgh come in, and Pittsburgh's is way better than the Houston Texans.
Well, you play like that against Pittsburgh. You played like that against Green Bay or Atlanta. Then yeah,
You're screwed. You're screwed.
I don't think it doesn't matter if you have Tom Brady or not.
Right.
You're losing that game. So it was fortunate.
They were playing
for
Brock
the Patriots
Osweiler.
So they're playing Brock Osweiler and the Houston Texans. Now, I think to some extent, the Patriots were playing down a little bit to their competition, maybe overlooking the Houston Texans a little bit. But again,
But it possibly could have been, how this was like the perfect match for them because they had the off week. And then, Texans coming in and playing with the, normal week, they just won a game against the Raiders, and New England had that bye week, so they're kind of fresh and getting off back on the, the game again, for having 2 weeks off, you're going to be a little rusty.
It's a good point. Dorf, what do you think?
I'm going to level with you. I really didn't watch the game. I didn't watch this game, so I don't know. I don't have anything to add. Sorry.
Okay.
Probably should have told you that ahead of time.
What a dick!
Okay. Are we? Is Aaron Rodgers the best QB left in the playoffs right now?
No.
He's not.
No.
Who is?
Obviously.
As long as you don't say Matt Ryan, I'm going to.
No, you got Ben Roethlisberger, who I hate much as most people on this planet, but solid quarterback right there.
You think he's better than Aaron Rodgers?
No, but I'm just saying, I think he's on that level right now because of how they're playing right now.
That was the question, though. Is Aaron Rodgers the best QB left in the playoffs right now?
No, because you got Tom Brady. Tom Brady's always just going to be up there.
Yes. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback left in the playoffs right now.
I agree with
Absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. Captain Clutch.
I don't think there's any question about it right now. Aaron Rodgers is the best.
Ron.
He's doing it with nobody too.
Yeah, Jordy Nelson's hurt.
Jordy Nelson's hurt. You've got
They've got a wide receiver playing running back.
yeah.
Well, he has like all number 2 receiver. Well, one Randall
All got
Cobb.
number 3s.
Randall Cobb is number 2 for sure, but then the rest are all like 3s and 4s, and then you have a tight end with Rodgers who is like a.
Don't forget about Jared Cook. Just don't ask him to block anybody.
So yeah, I don't think there's any question to it that Aaron Rodgers is the best QB right now.
But then you can also say the same thing. I'm like, Tom Brady has Julian Edelman and freaking Danny Amendola. I know exactly. He's playing with nobody too.
Amendola's hurt, isn't he?
No, he played.
Well,
He played
Chris
with
Hogan's their number 2.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, he's got Deion Lewis too, and again, I know those guys are nothing to write home about. But as far as quarterback play so far, look, I think ultimately, I still think Tom Brady's the best quarterback in the NFL. But
Who's the best? Here's another spin on that. Who has the best defense left?
Pittsburgh.
I don't know. I think it might go New England.
yeah, I think it might be New England too.
We got the best 2 corners left. Best pass rush. I gotta go New England.
I think Pittsburgh has the best 2 offensive players outside.
Oh,
of
absolutely. They do. And not just left in the playoffs, in the whole damn league.
Which brings us to our next question here. Are we actually looking over Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown?
I
Maybe
don't think we are because you know what? They have the worst. It's hard to say that Ben Roethlisberger is the worst quarterback left, but he is.
I think he is too. I do, and that's
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 insane
sad.
to
The dude's
say,
got
yeah.
a ringer.
and that's
Doesn't he have 2 rings, or
crazy.
only
He has
has 1?
two,
Yeah, he has
doesn't he?
2 rings.
I think he might be the worst quarterback left for the simple fact that I don't think he's completely healthy right now. Well, he's
yeah,
not
of course
completely.
he's not. Yeah, he's not
completely
completely
healthy. But
Everybody knows that.
I think when you look at it from that standpoint, then yes, I think he is the worst quarterback still around, still in the playoffs right now. Which is weird saying because you're talking about Ben Roethlisberger.
He's got rings.
But you look at each one of these teams though, and what they bring to the table. And I want to know, I mean, are we looking over Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown?
I think we are because of because of Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Matt Ryan. That's why we're looking over top of them, because they're in the shadow of these 4 quarterbacks who have been on top of the NFL world for the past almost decade. And these Antonio Brown's like in his mid-20s, late 20s, or something like that.
He's only like 26.
Exactly. And then Le'Veon Bell's only 22, 23 or something like that.
28 Antonio Brown.
And then I'm pretty sure Bell is in his early 20s. So these guys are up and coming guys that haven't been around.
Le'Veon Bell's 24.
Yeah, these guys haven't been there as long as Brady and Rodgers. You know, Ben Roethlisberger's been in the league for 12 years or whatever, and you know, so they've been in the shadows of these guys since they've been in the league. So you know, we are definitely looking past these guys. And to be honest, as much as I want Atlanta to win this thing, to be honest, I really feel that Pittsburgh is going to win the Super Bowl this year because they have the most balanced team.
Girl,
around.
you drunk.
I think they have the most well-balanced team around.
Can't cover anybody. All I'm saying is don't be down or tied with like under 5 minutes to go because Aaron Rodgers is going to snipe your ass.
That's kind of true. That is kind of true.
I don't know. Green Bay can't cover anybody.
Yeah,
either.
they don't.
Ben Roethlisberger can't put it in the holes like that. And that's what she said. God damn it.
Look at Dorf with the jokes.
That's what she's setting himself.
Huh. Okay, well, I want to get into stupid shit of the week because we are running low on time. Stupid shit of the week this week comes via comes from Deadspin by way of Kukla's Corner. And this was an article written on that Puck Stops Here, which has been deleted, but Deadspin has posted some of the
polls. They found a
excerpts.
cache version
Yeah.
and pulled it.
And basically what this is this blogger, and I don't know if they mention his name or not. I don't know if they mention his name or not. I don't think they do. I thought I saw it on here. Oh, anyways, I'm gonna say they didn't.
Anonymous
mention his name.
blogger.
Yes, and he basically goes in here and he says that the NHL basically rigged the voting in the NHL All-Star Game so more black players would be included so they could market the game better to
Black people.
African Americans.
Or French Canadians.
African French Canadians or
African Canadians,
or
whatever.
African Americans, whatever. Yeah. It was full of shit. What the hell is this doing here? Anyways, it like blew it up like crazy. But anyways,
I've got it open here if you need me to read some quotes.
yeah. But I mean, you have 4 black players on the All-Star rosters: PK Subban, Calipso, Wayne Simmons, and Seth Jones. And this guy goes on to argue that there are white players essentially better and more deserving of these all-star spots.
I'll read the quote if you want me to.
Go ahead.
All right. So this is the quote. Longtime anonymous blogger. So the Puck Stops Here, which is something hosted by Coolest Corner, has never had a name attached to it.
Yep.
That's my understanding. So, quote, the NHL appears to be preferentially selecting black players to the All-Star Game roster in order to promote those players in an attempt to recruit black hockey fans. There are 4 black players who are on the All-Star rosters in PK Subban, Kyle Okposo, Wayne Simmons, and Seth Jones. I would argue none of these 4 are playing well enough, and they should be in the game based on their play so far this season. PK Subban made the game most likely due to fan voting. He's in the Central Division, and he's a captain. Although there is some reason to be a bit skeptical of the NHL voting for All-Star captains, it's not a very transparent process. God, this punctuation's awful.
Oh yeah, it was an
At no
unedited
point,
version.
at no point did the NHL announce actual vote totals spelled wrong for the players. There's a clear possibility that they could be fixing the voting results. Kyle posted as the Buffalo Sabres representative. I argued with Ramses Ristolainen is a better decision. If a defenseman has essentially the same point totals as a forward as Ristolainen and Okposo have, the defenseman is almost certainly having a better season. Okposo may have been selected because he's a black player and the NHL can try and use him to promote the game to a black audience. Further down. I think that the fact that the NHL seems to have preferentially added black players to all-star rosters when none should have made the team on their own merits is suspicious. It is quite likely that being added in an attempt to market the game of NHL to black fans. I find it hard to believe that Wayne Simmons, Kyle Okposo, and Seth Jones all made the All-Star team based on their own merits. There are better selections in all cases. PK Subban winning the voting for the Central Division may be legitimate, but there's no room. There is room for the NHL to fudge the result to make sure they got their preferred result. God, this is awful. He is at least plausible of all All-Star captains. There's nothing wrong with trying to market hockey to black fans, but preferentially adding them to the All-Star game when more qualified other players are admitted seems dishonest. God, that was hard to get through. Just all the sentence structure, grammar, spelling, punctuation.
You know, let's say that the NHL did do that. I'm not saying they did. Let's just say they did do that. Who cares?
Game doesn't count. Who cares?
Yeah. I mean,
Now, there might be bonuses attached to that.
there could be. But, again,
Prove that it's fixed.
yeah, prove that it's fixed. Second, again, there's absolutely nothing. Is it the All-Star game it's an exhibition game.
John
anyway.
Scott was a fucking captain and he won the MVP last year.
I mean, is it-
he got called up from the minors to go to the All-Star game.
I mean, do you blame? I mean, maybe this is one of the parameters of the All-Star game. Maybe that we're missing in hockey. I mean, doesn't hockey set its own parameters for what they want represented within their own All-Star game? Maybe this is something that's good for them. Maybe it's good that they're starting to market the game and highlighting some of their good African American or whatever black players. I mean I'm looking at it from that standpoint. Maybe this is something that hockey wants to do. Maybe it's something that hockey needs to do. So it's not such a one-dimensional sport when it comes to the type of player that's playing their game. I don't know. I think this is a very, very close-minded way of looking at it when you're talking about the puck stops here.
I do have a great comment. I'm reading down on the comments here. I have a great one that needs to be read.
On the Deadspin side?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I always love. Let me just say, I've always loved. That's been the comments that come up on there. A lot of them are always really good. But go ahead.
So comment from Caben Carbonara. That's the username. So in response to essentially saying how last year's game, the All-Star voting process last year allowed a guy like John Scott in the game. So John Scott's story is almost perfect parallel to the Trump campaign, other than Scott being a totally decent guy. A brash baller, a minor leaguer, underqualified for an All-Star game, who sparked a movement to have him improbably elected. Against all odds, he wins MVP. Hopefully, like Scott, Trump is out of the league in a year.
Nice.
Oh man. Yeah, I hope that's the case. And you're talking about Donald Trump, but I don't know. Any thoughts on this, you guys? Because I thought it was pretty interesting. It's damning.
bad.
It's damning for Kukula's Corner. I mean, that sucks for them.
Yeah,
but
their editorial process. Who took the night off and just to prove something?
yeah. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, is this something that you think the guy has a point? And don't be afraid to speak your mind. A couple of whiteys here.
You're only saying that because you're Mexican.
That's right.
I don't watch enough NHL to make a value judgment about whether or not the players in question are deserving. But regardless of that, it's a exhibition. Who gives a fuck?
But do you blame
Eric Gagne is pitching in an exhibition.
But do you blame the NHL for maybe wanting to highlight some of their better black players?
No.
Do you think that's smart of them to do?
You look at for example, what baseball's doing right now. They have a prospect showcase for only black players right now going on in, I believe, Arizona.
Well, see how I see it. This goes for any sport. To be
This
honest,
is coming from the guy who came from the from the northern part of Michigan.
The
Go ahead.
backwoods.
I just want a little disclaimer in there. Go ahead,
I'm
Shawn.
not even being racist, but no.
Yeah, go ahead though.
Not racist, but
No, what I'm saying is kind of goes for all sports. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Mexican, whatever. You want
You'll
your
never
best.
be as good as a white person. Okay, there we go. Moving along. Go ahead, Shawn. I'm sorry.
No, you want your best players out there, and obviously, if the NHL
Here we go.
feels that these black players are the best players and they want them out there, put them out there. Big deal. Who cares? Why are people making big deals about this stuff? I'm like, they're no different than any other player playing on the ice. They work their way to get to that place. You know what? They deserve it. If your league feels that you're that good to be in the league in the All-Star game, put them in the All-Star game. Big deal.
I think
this would be the ultimate time where if you're just transparent about your process, then no one would have any room to complain. You don't need to be. You don't have any reason to be transparent in this process here. It's an exhibition for fun.
and it's sports too, people.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's sports. And you know what?
There is no affirmative action in sports.
I think
it's the ultimate meritocracy.
I think from a lot of standpoint too, when you look at All-Star games, it's a showcase game.
Yes. That's how it is. That's all it is.
And you're showcasing players that you want to help promote your game, correct?
Exactly. This is where the money
sole
comes in.
point of an All-Star game.
Yes.
From a league's perspective.
Make money.
Is
Promote your stars and grow your brand.
is that what the NHL's ultimately doing here?
So casual fans of other teams can tune in and find other players on other teams that they're excited about.
Yes.
That's the whole point.
Hey,
That's the only point.
Is Sidney Crosby playing in this game? Yep.
Yep.
Is Carey Price playing in this game?
Yep.
Yep. And so are a lot of your other good players, best players in this league right now. They're all still playing in this game right now. Yeah, can you turn that off, Shawn?
I want to read it.
For some reason, we had earlier in the show, well, on our last show, we were trying to dabble with some Facebook Live, and Adam has left his phone, which we were using to do it, on a tripod. And for some reason, tripod, like 8 feet away from the closest person, Surrey started going off and going berserk.
What was that last one? She was like asking about, like you said, like, are they playing this game? She goes, let me think about that one. That's a good question.
Yeah, well, maybe Siri can help us out with
Yeah,
this.
maybe we should have her on the show one of these days.
Anyways, though. Did you have anything else you wanted to add, Dorf?
Not really.
Anything else, Shawn?
Nope.
And you know what? If it's their league, it's their prerogative.
Yes,
If they
he
want
does
to
have
make this a
something else to
marketing
add to it.
stunt, it's more their right too.
No, I think
It's not like this is you're fixing your championship game to promote black players. Even if you were fixing an all-star game, who fucking cares?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like baseball where it meant something until this year again. It doesn't mean jack shit.
Nope. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move along here to final segment of the night, the TMSNX news. And we've got, first up, like I said, we had this past weekend, we have the AFC NFC championship game set. In Green Bay's case here, it's thanks in large part to Aaron Rodgers being fucking clutch. So here we are with that one play with, 12 seconds left in the game?
Yeah.
Here we go. If I can get it to work. Because we always know how this goes. And, of course, there's an ad to start it out. Okay, we're going to get through this ad. Thank you, Ford.
3. Rodgers spins to his left. Comes underneath, and the pass is incomplete, out of bounds. Now they say complete. The official, the second one came in and overruled the other, Jared Cook, and with 3 seconds left, the Packers are going to have a chance to win it.
That is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. The first official came down the sideline and said incomplete. The official from behind the play said the catch was good, and he was right.
Wow, Jared Cook. He knows where he is, and he's able to keep his feet in. And the throw that Rodgers is able to make, moving to his left.
Unbelievable. 36 yards on 3rd and 20, and by inches, Jared Cook keeps his feet in bounds and makes the catch.
I know I've been stroking Aaron Rodgers' nut tonight, but Jesus Christ.
Hell of a catch right there.
The placement, though, on that throw.
On the run across your body.
Jesus.
Precision placement.
Oh, God. Anyways, and while we're still talking clutch here, here's Mason Crosby hitting the
51-yard.
God, this field goal stopped going. The first one that was waved off stopped going right twice, and then snuck in. And this one barely snuck in the other. Side.
I thought it was gonna be no good at first. Here we go.
Into the NFC Championship game. It is good. The Packers are moving on. Aaron Rodgers has done it again. And Mason Crosby, a hero for Green Bay.
You know what? My brother posted this great meme from last night. Shawn, you remember?
Top comment, NFL, delete your account. The game was rigged.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Anyways, remember the old WCW when Sting would be sitting up in the rafters?
Yes.
There was this awesome meme. It was a picture of Sting up in the rafters looking down, and it was Facebook getting ready for the Dallas Cowboys to lose this game.
That's awesome.
I loved it.
That is great.
It was a great meme. Anyways, well, here's Le'Veon Bell being Le'Veon Bell during last night's Steelers-Chiefs game, which didn't have any weather problems from what I can remember, from what I could see. Everything was A-okay.
Except the officiating, according to Travis Kelce.
With Bell running for over 100 yards in the first half.
All right, Heather, here is Bell, and he's got a lot more here. Look at him off to the races again before he gets dragged down. He's still going and dragged out of the 36-yard line. Ramik Wilson, the linebacker, runs him down finally, and that is a gain of 38 yards to the 36-yard line.
How many yards did he gain when he had
this
three
line
players
is
on
getting
his back?
displaced.
Like
These
15?
double teams are moving guys back, so these linebackers just can't find a spot to come through there. And Le'Veon Bell is so slow to the hole, it's giving this bigger, better offensive line from Pittsburgh.
It was 15 yards. I'm like, if the Steelers can do something where he can be very smart off the field, dude, they got a running back for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
They got a running back.
Backs don't last that long.
Yeah, they don't last that long.
Okay, they got a running back for the next 6 years, all right?
They got a running back for a good while.
Yeah.
Relatively speaking, we were talking running backs.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you miss him in Michigan State?
No. Had a great career here and moving on, and great career in the NFL.
You're talking about Travis Kelce after last night's game. Here we go.
Is this his penalty?
Trying to block James Harrison who had a big game and called for the hold. So therefore the 2-point conversion after the 10-yard penalty. It's incomplete. Chiefs lose. Kelce upset afterwards.
This one hurts. You fight all year. You fight all game. For it to end like that, with the ref literally taking it out of our hands, that hurts. You try and play this game with integrity and, to the end of the whistle. And when refs want to take over the game and make it their own platform, there's nothing you can do about it. That wasn't a hold on my guy Eric Fisher, and sure enough, I hope 7-2 doesn't go the entire offseason thinking it was his fault. That was flat out. And from there, we'll go into the next season and try not to let it get in the refs' hands, but the other one's controlling the game.
This is the most bitter loss you've ever.
I mean, it sucks. This sucks. It was an unbelievable play call. Last drives, Alex just drove us down there, fourth down after fourth down, making plays. The momentum's getting on our side, and then just get our jugulars ripped out because ref felt bad for James Harrison falling on the ground. It's ignorance. The ref number 51 shouldn't even be able to wear a zebra jersey ever again. He shouldn't even be able to work Foot Locker.
Greatest line at the end.
The funny thing about how I see it, obviously in my opinion, it was a hold. If somehow
it was a hold every day and twice on Sunday.
Exactly. If he would have got away, Fisher would have got away with it if he wouldn't have fell and landed on top of him. If he would kind of just kind of held him and pushed him away a little bit more, he would have been fine. If he didn't fall on top of him, that I guarantee he probably would have been called.
Nah, it's a hold every day and twice on Sunday. Guy got underneath your pads, and you didn't turn and try and run him. You just grabbed on and took him down.
Yeah, it sucks. It does, but
here's how the holding responsibilities go on. Who's in charge of watching that? So the head ref has the quarterback and the left tackle and whoever the left tackle is blocking. The umpire has left guard through right tackle, and either one has the tight end to their respective side. He's the only one over there. That's literally all the head ref is watching.
Mm-hmm.
Are you surprised when you see a takedown move like that it doesn't get called? No, not at all.
It sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks. I mean, there's different ways you could spin it. I mean, you could spin it. Yeah, Kansas City got boned on that play, and they got boned in the game.
No, they didn't.
Whatever.
It's a hold.
However, I'm also saying that
you had 2.5 minutes to go in all your timeouts. You could have gotten the ball
back.
They
beat themselves throughout the entire game. So that's the thing. You scored 16 points.
Yeah.
You had so many opportunities that you blew.
Don't hold. Don't leave it up to the ref to make that call, and whatever. Anyways.
By the way, halftime score, Golden State 78, Cleveland 49.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I have something on here, too. Where is it? Draymond Green mocks LeBron James for flopping on hard foul. Can't wait to see that.
Oh, that's going to be interesting to see.
All right. Do you guys want to see a Dallas Cowboys fan beat up his TV, which is...
Yes, I do.
All right, here we go.
It's a great way to have like pieces of glass and other shit picked out.
What an idiot!
Knuckles.
I'm getting tired of these. I'm kind of getting tired of these videos. It seems totally fucking staged.
They probably are.
I mean, you see these type of videos all the time after a team loses.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you saw another. I saw another staged one. Some guy trying to go viral with his DVR. Apparently, watched the field go through. He's wearing a
Dallas shirt, and he rips it off, and he's wearing the Green Bay.
Yeah, he's got a Green Bay jersey on.
Yeah.
Nah. Whatever.
Oh, whatever.
You guys want to see BJ Penn getting his ass?
Yes, I do. I definitely want to see this again.
Why did BJ Penn come back and fight?
I don't know.
Is that desperate for somebody?
Well, he's not going to be fighting after this.
Yeah.
No, I guess.
Here's BJ Penn getting his face caved in.
Jair Rodriguez. Round two here. Down goes Penn. Rodriguez going in for the finish.
That's the second time he's landed that throw kick.
Big touches.
BJ Penn with the
Like,
Look at BJ
10
Penn
extra
trying to
shots
defend
more than
himself.
he
How tough is BJ Penn?
Penn's got to move. He's moving.
Oh my God.
Couple clean
Rodriguez
shots left.
Come get him.
That is it.
Jesus.
El Pantera.
I know it wasn't like the
Rodriguez
first
has
15
done
seconds
it.
of the round, but for fuck's
I love
sake.
the ref. I love the ref just sitting there looking.
He's just watching. He's like, yeah. He's like, you deserve this for coming back because you're an idiot. Yeah, I gotta call it now. I'm sorry.
You know what? You know when the fight should have been called?
Right.
No.
As soon as he got kicked in the face and he fell to the
First
ground.
strike on
right
it.
there. Right there.
Rodriguez going in for the finish.
Should be
I mean, he
over
let
right
him
there.
wail on him for like
Yeah.
another 10 seconds.
Yep.
And Penn's just like, yeah, don't hit me, please.
God damn. Oh man. Yeah, poor BJ Penn, man. I don't think he's coming back. Dana White probably won't let him come back.
No. It'd be stupid if he does.
Anyways, though, so that's gonna do it this week, you guys. Anything else to add as we sign off for the night? Shawn, you want to make any racist remark?
Oh yeah, I don't like you, Adam.
Oh, okay.
I love
Because
you.
you're Mexican.
Is it because I'm Mexican?
No, because you don't have a sweet beard like mine.
No. Well, not all of us can have sweet beards like you, Shawn. Dorf, anything as we sign off on the night? On 280 here?
Cool stat here. Where is it? Cavaliers first half, 26 assists. Guess how many the Cavs have?
7.
Lower.
2.
4.
4.
79 to 4. No, 78-49. They're up 29 at the half.
There we go. Anyways. We'll be back again next week, you guys. Same time, same place, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time right here on TMSNX Radio, themajors.net. Getting ready for that Super Bowl. So for Dorf, Shawn, I am Adam. Bye for now, everybody.